Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Steve Larsen, and you're listening to Sales Funnel Radio.
Welcome to Sales Funnel Radio, where you'll learn marketing strategies to grow your online business using today's best internet sales funnels. And now, here's your host, Steve Larsen.
What's going on, everyone? I've been trying to be more consistent in these podcasts. There's so many cool things going on right now. I wish I could capture it all and show you things that are going on. So many awesome little masterminds I've had, with Russell lately, with lots of people, and it's been really, really fun to just learn and glean from other people. It's just been great. I've really enjoyed it, and it's been fun to, like when you get in flow, you know what I mean? You get in state. Anyway, it's been cool, especially today. It's kind of funny. So Russell and I have been just burning the midnight oil like crazy, for the last couple months here. And it's been really, really fast. And that's part of the reason why I can't do any kind of funnel building for anyone else anymore. It's what we're doing is so fast paced. Anyway, it's almost out of self-preservation. I mean, I really can't handle it that much more, to be honest. And like I said, last episode, we got a house, and I'm super excited about that. And it's been a lot of fun to start making those preparations and things like that. But anyway, it's been cool to over the last few months, we're kind of redoing the front end of Clickfunnels together. Like crazy. It's been a whole lot of fun. I went and Russell had me go through tons and tons of quizzes, and I started noticing these patterns and how people were doing their quizzes. And I promise that there's a point to this whole story, okay? Just follow me on this path, all right? Because I had this really cool thought today, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have got to podcast that. That was so awesome. I've got to share this. So just bear with me a little bit, okay? This is going to sound crazy and sound random, but I promise there's a point coming to it. And it's kind of fun because we sit down and Russell and I were talking about different cool things we could do for the new front end of ClickFunnels. We wanted people who didn't know what ClickFunnels is, or didn't know what sales funnels are, or didn't know hardly what internet marketing is. We wanted those people who don't know marketing, who don't know all that stuff, to be able to go to the front page of ClickFunnels and go, oh my gosh, that's what this is? You know what I mean? We're trying to close the education gap and make that bridge even smaller so that people get it faster, because it's a super cool tool, and you guys obviously know I'm a huge advocate of it. Someone asked me if I'm a partner. I said, no, not yet, but hopefully someday. I want to lead down that path sometime. But anyway. So we've been talking all this stuff, right? We've had all these different events. I'm helping prepare the FAT event. That's FHAT, Funnel Hackathon, right? Russell's kind of he's put me in charge of that. I've built out and created what's called the Secrets Masterclass. It's been a really fun, just fast pace, and we were talking to somebody and they're like, is it always this crazy? And I was like, you know what? It's always really intense, but there's been this extra flavor of intensity since October or November timeframe. And it just seems like the heat really turned up. And I was finishing a whole bunch of funnels for Funnel Hacker TV, which is going to come out soon. And I think we're going to get it on Netflix here soon too, which is so cool. I'm going to be on Netflix. I'm really excited about that. But I think, anyways, that's what the plan is anyway. And we figured out, we think, how to do it. And you guys get to see, I think it was 8 different episodes for that. And it's just been really fast, really, really intense. I feel like I'm looking up and going, wow, 3 months just went by. You know what I mean? Look up again. Oh my gosh, that was half of a year, And I've almost been with ClickFunnels for a full year now, and which is super awesome. So anyway, it's been great. But it was kind of interesting because, I'm like, I was drinking tons of caffeine to keep up with the pace. Russell was too, we were kind of trashing our bodies, to be honest. And there were so many reasons why I stopped building funnels on the side, for so many, for other people. And that was another one of the reasons, is that I was like, man, I'm just not taking care of myself very well. I'm not taking, and it really started affecting me mentally, and I could tell, and Russell could tell I was doing it to him as well. And I was like, so we decided to do a 3-day juice fast cleanse. And anytime Russell has like an idea like that, sometimes there's like this little lurch inside of me. I'm like, oh crap, like this is going to be awful. He wants me to go do like colonics and stuff. I don't know if I can hack that. They're like, no, man. And if I was to go do that, I'm not like going to go with you to do that. You know, like, anyway, it's been kind of funny. So we've been on this 3-day juice fast, and today was the last day. We were going to do 4 days, but there's so much that's been going on. We were such low energy. You basically drink juice every single day. You know, we got it from the certain place that prepares it for us every day, and I go pick it up on my motorcycle every morning, and I bring it to both of us, and we'll have like our green drink together, and then these wheatgrass shots, and every 2 hours you drink like another 16 ounces of a different juice, you know, like beet juice to cleanse the liver, you know, it's got ginger in it and all this other stuff, you know, other greens and things like that, and another one's coconut water, another one's almond milk, another one's you know, back to wheatgrass juice, you know, back to grapefruit juice, all over. You know, anyways, it's actually a lot. It actually was more work to continue drinking that stuff than I thought so. You know, I had to do over and over and over again, and it was fine like the first half of the day, and then I got really hungry. Obviously, I started feeling it. You know, getting headaches, things like that. You know, about 24 hours in. And that kind of stayed that way, kind of low energy for the next 24 hours. But the third day was actually pretty easy for me. But Russell's really feeling it because he was only sleeping like 4 hours a night, you know, this last little bit here. And I could just tell he's really struggling, and I was hungry, you know, and today was the last day, and we made it halfway through the day, and he turns over, and we were rebuilding the front end of Clickfunnels, and I was finishing things with funnel hacks, and anyways, we were updating lots of stuff, lots of products to get ready for the book launch, and he turns to me, and I could just tell he's dragging little dark circles under his eyes, you know, and he's like, dude, I have got to eat. And I was like, because these juice fasts are only 900 calories a day, you know? And I was like, man, I'm not going to be lifting during this. And he's like, dude, you have to make it even harder. And I was like, no, but like he's been up a lot. And anyway, so he was like, what do you want to eat, man? And he's like, does breakfast sound good? I was like, sure. And it's the middle of the day. So we went and we had IHOP. And we were with Winter Jones, you know, he helps us do some of our, you know, some coding and things like that, and design work, things like that, and which has been awesome. And we, you know, the three of us just kind of crank right along, and we get a lot of stuff done. It's been fun. A full sprint, you know, which is not out of the norm for us. But we get in the car and we're driving. Russell's driving. We're going down to IHOP, and I know how to code a little bit, you know, and Winter obviously is a pretty hardcore coder, and I know design, and Winter knows some design, and you know he's very good at that also, and I know funnel stuff, and you know what I mean. It's like, and Russell's like he's like, man, I wish I had those kinds of skills, and I thought that's interesting that you say that, like, and I said, well, it's okay, like. You've got other skill, you know, and he's like, no, it's like totally fine. I get it. He's like, my skill has always revolved around getting other people to do the things that I can't or don't want to do. And that's how I've grown everything so fast. And that's how I move so fast. And I was sitting back, and I don't think he realized what he had. I mean, he realized it, obviously, but the impact that it had on me. And I was sitting back there, and I was thinking, how interesting that... You know, and we're both foggy brained. We're both, you know, we're feeling it from the 3-day juice fast thing. We're trying to cleanse and get out of our caffeine ways, you know, trying to be more healthy and take care of ourselves, things like that. And we're going to have like our first meal in a long time. But my mind was racing, and I was like, that's so interesting, because I've had the same kinds of thoughts before that. I've taught myself. I didn't learn how to code in school. I didn't learn how to build stuff in school. I didn't learn really sales very well. I mean, there was a sales class, but it wasn't very good. It was only a couple of weeks. It was like 2 or 3 weeks. It was like, how can you... Sales turns all of the economy in the entire world. How are we not spending more time on this in business? You know, business marketing degrees. But anyway, and everything I've self-taught, you know, and I've just pushed my own way through. And I was sitting there and I was listening to him, and I thought, gosh, that's really interesting. And it reminded me of an experience that I'd had. And I think I've shared this with you, but I'm not quite sure if I have or not. So I thought I would. That there was this time I was playing, it's going to sound so stupid, okay? And I know what my next podcast is going to be, and this kind of story will make more sense when you hear next podcast. So But we used to go to a gym, like basketball gym, where these two gyms in our church, side by side, but we'd turn over all the tables, and we'd bring in like dozens and dozens of tennis balls. We'd split into two teams, and we would play dodgeball with tennis balls. And it was, it's slightly stupid, but it was so much fun because you really didn't want to get hit. You get welts sometimes, and people get black eyes from getting hit in the face and the eyes. And it's intense. You go sprinting as fast as you could, from table to table, playing dodgeball with tennis balls. And I remember that there was this time that, and you guys are gonna think, why would you say something like this on Sales Funnel Broker? It's like, well, I'm gonna tell you why, okay? And bear with me. It's been 10 minutes now. I'm still going full circle. It's been a long circle, but there's a really strong point to this, and I want to make it because I've had several people ask, like, I wish I could do this. I wish I could do this. I'm not good at this part. It's like, so what? Anyway, back to the story. So we're playing dodgeball with tennis balls, and there was probably, I don't know, 20 or 30 of us. We'd get a big group of people together. It hurt. And it was a lot of fun though. And, these balls just go whizzing by your face, and it's pretty close quarters, but we'd throw as hard as we could at each other on purpose. And anyways, it was really fun. But there was this time that we got there, and because we did this for months and months every week. And there was this time we got together, and everyone just kind of sitting around and talking and stuff, but I really wanted to play, and I was trying to get everybody together to play. And I was like, come on, guys, come on, let's do this together. Here, let's do this. Here, let's do this. Come on. Like, where's the teams? Who's the team captains? Whatever it is, let's split down the middle, whatever. I just want to play, and I kept walking around, and I felt like nobody was hearing me. And it was really frustrating, and I didn't understand why. And all of a sudden, this guy who was really tall, and we're talking like 6'6", 6'7", super tall, big guy. He turns around and goes, all right, let's just do this. And it was like he barely said it, and everybody in the huge gym heard it, stood up, and walked over. And I was like, what on earth just happened? I was almost mad. So I was like, I've been trying to get everyone to start for like 15 minutes. Why did this take so long? And I was like, whatever, and I kind of just sat back, and I was like, I'm going to just watch. And I remember, I really like to observe people, and I really like watching and observing behavior, you know what I mean? So I've always been that way. And, so anyway, I sat back and I watched, and this guy in like a matter of 2 minutes organized the whole thing, and we got going. And I said, how was this guy able to do it that fast and not me? And I didn't understand it. It was really confusing to me. It actually really bothered me. And I realized that there are some talents and skills that people just uniquely have that I don't. And that's okay. And that there were things that I was really good at that I knew he was not good at. And it was true for everybody in the gym there. And I was like, huh. And I remember immediately thinking, I used to, you guys are going to laugh at this, but I used to walk around and carry a black notebook with me. And anytime, and a pen, and anytime I'd have a business idea, or anytime I would have any kind of what I would think was, inspiration or some kind of thing that would, that could bless, me, financially or whatever, I had a notebook, and every time I had one, I would write it down. And if it was a stupid idea, if it was a great idea, whatever. I should go find that thing and read you guys some of the ideas, because some of them are pure crap. But that's not the point. The point is I was just trying to always be in a state of flow. And I was trying to constantly come out and say, okay, here's this cool black notebook, and okay, I'm ready to just have ideas. I'm ready to pursue stuff. I'm ready. I was always trying to be in this mental state of productivity and execution and what can I do next, and looking for opportunity. And I did that for a very long time, almost 2 years. And it was cool. And it was almost like this, it trained my brain almost to look for opportunity and see what was good and see what was bad, and come back to it, 2 weeks later and realize, wow, that was a stupid idea. Oh, wow, this one actually might have potential, look at it from fresh eyes or share it with other people. And I didn't hide my ideas. I started sharing them with other people. There was all sorts of, tons of ideas, tons of them. I almost got into condiments once, like tons and tons of stuff. A lot of you guys don't know, we were trying to start a diamond company. We found some cool suppliers for that, and custom ring, design, jewel. Really huge stuff. And a lot of it had to do with that notebook. And a lot of it had to do with me realizing that there was all these skills around me. And when that happened in the gym, we were playing dodgeball with tennis balls, I realized, oh my gosh, that is the secret to like everything. I do not have to be the best at everything. And it was such a freeing thing to realize. Okay? And that's what Russell was saying in the car while we were going along. He told me, he's like, I don't have to be the best at everything. I don't have to be the best at this. I don't have to be the best at this. He's like, and that's what I was realizing in the gym. That was like 7 years ago that I realized that. And I was like, I remember the distinct thought. I wrote it in that notebook. I do not have to be good at everything. All I need to be good at is orchestrating other talents. Orchestrating others' talents. My job is to be the orchestrator, and that's what I wrote. I am the orchestrator. I'm the guy standing in front of the band or the choir or whatever, and I'm the guy just putting it all together, and that's what I'm going to be the best in the world at. And I'm going to be the best in the world at funnel building, because I got to be good at sales. You got to be good at sales, but then that's kind of it. You don't even have to be that good at building funnels. You can have someone else do it. Lots of people in Russell's Inner Circle don't actually ever use Clickfunnels ever. They have other people build their stuff for them. And the only reason why I wanted to bring this up, and I know it took a while to get there, but hopefully you had this huge aha with me, that I had like 7 years ago, and I revisited today. And anyways, it just hit me right between the eyes again. Like, if you guys are struggling and you feel like you are taking forever to actually produce and launch something, my guess is that you think you need to take everything on yourself. You need to stand out, and you feel like you have to be the best in the world at every little thing. Best in the world at putting a picture up, at headlines, at copy, at videos, at video editing, at sound editing, right? At hooking up the emails, at doing the email automation, right? Putting domains up, getting hosting, DNS records. There's so much that goes into it, right? ClickFunnels makes it so freaking easy, way easier than it ever was, but it is still technical, right? And it creates this huge barrier, and lots of people will stand back and go, oh my gosh, like, there's so much to do. It's like, yeah, but you don't have to do it alone. And then some people are like, well, I want to do it alone so I can keep all the profits. And I actually understand that. I get that. But use Freelancer.com. I mean, you guys have seen salesfunnelbroker.com, right? Half the images in there I didn't make. I went to Freelancer.com and created a contest and had people who love doing that, and that's the thing. That's what gets them going. They're the ones that did it for me, right? I built Sales Funnel Broker, but I didn't do all the images. I didn't do all the, all little pieces here. Like, there's a lot I didn't do. I did make my own podcast intro and outro because I love that, and I did a lot of sound editing in high school. And anyway, I'm obsessed with music. I'm super excited to go to concerts this summer. It's going to be awesome. Anyways, ADD brain, coming back to it. But that's the whole thing, as I wanted to say, is that, we were coming off this 3-day juice fast, and it was awesome. But this crazy huge epiphany came in again. Like, oh man, there's a few projects that I have been wanting to get done that I kind of have been thinking that there are some aspects I do need to do on my own because, I'm trying to build my own brand. I know a lot of you guys are trying to do that for yourself as well, and that's awesome. But just know that you do not need to do it all alone. Like, go find a copywriter. Go find someone who's good at the funnel building if you don't want to do that. Go find someone who's good at the images. And just orchestrate it. And you don't have to have all the pieces or all the positions filled to start. Just start. Just get it done. Just do it. Just move, and just take ridiculous, massive, imperfect action. And anyway, super cool. So, sorry, I feel like I'm blabbing now, but I hope that you guys understand, like, and I've had it shoved into my head again. I hope you guys understand, like, the incredible power that it is to not be tied to every single task in your business. You will die like that. I am begging you to only be attached to the tasks that bring revenue into the company. If the task does not bring revenue to the company, do not be in charge of it. Okay? I still sit down I did that today. I still sit down next to Russell and I say, dude, give me your hardest stuff. Whatever's giving you most pressure in your life right now, whatever funnel, whatever project, whatever it is that you are not looking forward to doing, you just throw it right at me. And that's seriously one of the ways I've grown value in ClickFunnels so fast. I haven't even been in there a year yet, but it's because I made that a habit, right? And so I knew what tasks I could take on because I was living on the revenue side of business. And I've ranted about this before as well, but it's all tied into that. whatever you do, be the best at it, but then don't worry about all the other stuff. Hire it out and try and do things that are only tied to revenue. If you can do that, and that might mean that you need to go develop a new skill, which is fine. Just make sure you're passionate about it. Anyway, I'm going. I'm so sorry, but just wanted to point that out. It was a really cool experience I had, and I feel a lot more energy in my body, which is probably why I'm ranting the way I am. I feel a lot more energy in my body after actually eating food today. Had a big old omelet. Russell had a big omelet too, and we felt life return to us. It was good though. Those juice cleanses are awesome. I'll have to do it again sometime. But anyways, guys, hope you're doing awesome, and super stoked for those of you I'm going to see soon at the FAT event. Well, I guess it's not for another 6 weeks, but it feels like it's coming up fast. Working on the book launch, working on all sorts of stuff. I got another product that I'm personally going to be launching here. Probably, we're moving, we're doing all this stuff. It probably won't be for another 6 weeks. But anyways, guys, talk to you later. Bye.
Thanks for listening to Sales Funnel Radio. Please remember to subscribe and leave feedback. Want to get one of today's best internet sales funnel for free? Go to salesfunnelbroker.com/free funnels to download your pre-built sales funnel today.